So till now we have discussed the different methods of the gene transfer among bacteria, that is transformation and the transduction in different parts of the bacterial genetics. Now it's time to discuss about the third method of the gene transfer, that is the conjugation. So conjugation can be defined as the transfer of the genetic material from donor bacterium to the recipient bacterium by some physical contact. Those physical contacts are called as the bridge, or in more scientific terms it is called as the conjugation tube. Now that conjugation can be described in three types of matings. Okay, like first one is the F plus and F minus bacterium mating. So what does that F plus and F minus mean? F plus bacterium means F plus bacterium, in layman term it can be called as the male bacterium. So F plus means male bacterium. Now why it is called as F plus? This is because it contains fertility factor. If you remember our plasmid class, then I had described about the F plasmid. I had described about the F plasmid. That F plasmid contains the fertility factor, or is otherwise called as the fertility factor itself. So this F factor codes for some pilus on the surface of the bacterial cell, that is called as the sex pilus, which helps in the formation of the conjugation tube. That's why these bacteria which are containing these F factors are called as F plus bacterial cells, and otherwise called as the male bacterium, because they have sex pilus. That's why they are called as the F plus bacterial cell. Now what is the F minus bacterial cell? F minus is will be just opposite to F plus, that it will be in layman term called as the female bacterium, because there that will not be containing the F factor, which will be helping in the six pilus formation in that bacteria. That means this F minus bacteria will not have the six pilus. So since there is absence of F factor, so that's why there will be no sex pilus in the F minus bacteria. But since there is F factor, fertility factor, in F plus bacteria, that's why it has the sex pilus, and it can form the conjugation tube with a F minus bacteria. So let's see the mechanism of the F plus and F minus mating. So what happens in F plus and F minus mating is that when F plus cell comes in contact with the F minus cell, there is formation of a conjugation tube between these F plus and F minus cell via the sex pilus of the F plus cell. And due to the formation of that conjugation tube, what happens that the F plasmid, or otherwise which is otherwise called as the F factor, that starts replicating. And once it starts replicating, then that copy of the F factor moves to the F minus cell, and as a result the F minus cell becomes F plus cell. So the end result in F plus and F minus conjugation, the end result in F plus and F minus conjugation is that both the cells become F plus. Okay, both the cell become F plus at the end. So this is the end result of the F plus and F minus conjugation or mating. Let's see it with a diagram first, then we will talk about the second type of conjugation or mating. So see here, I have made, let's first color, change the color. So see here, I have made one F plus cell. This is F plus cell, and because it has F factor, this is F factor of F plasmid. So that's why it is called as F plus bacterium. But this bacterium does not have any F plasmid, so it will be called as F minus bacterium. Now see here, what is what is there this forming between these two bacteria? This is the conjugation tube. This conjugation tube is formed between these two F plus and F minus cell, and a copy this and this uh, and this F factor, which was already present in F plus cell, that is replicating and sending one copy to the F minus cell, and sending one copy of that F factor to the F minus cell. As a result of which, finally what happens that both the cells become F plus. This also have a F plasmid, this also have a F plasmid, and this also have a F plasmid. That means both of them become F plus bacterium. So both of them are getting F F plasmids, so that's why they are called as the F plus cells. Okay, now coming to the second type of conjugation, that is the high frequency recombinant conjugation. So sometimes what happens is that the donor DNA, donor bacterial DNA combines with the F factor or the F plasmid itself. Okay, see here, this is our HFR and F minus mating. So what happens is that this is our donor DNA and this is F factor. So what is happening here is that both of them, the donor DNA and the F plasmid, are combining with each other, and they are forming the high frequency recombinant bacteria. Okay, this bacteria is called as the high frequency recombinant bacteria. Now what happens when this high frequency recombinant bacteria combines with a F minus cell, which is not having any F plasmid, then what happens is that a segment of this bacterial DNA, donor DNA plus the F factor, they starts replicating and getting transferred to the F minus cell. But midway what happens what happens is that this conjugation tube breaks down. So that's why complete F plasmid of the donor bacteria and the donor DNA is not is not transferred to the F minus bacteria. That means the F minus bacteria here will not become F positive bacteria, because complete transfer of the F plasmid has not occurred. Before the complete transfer of that F plasmid from the HFR cell, the conjugation tube breaks down. Before the complete transfer, the conjugation tube breaks down. That's why the complete transfer of the F plasmid does not occur to the F minus cell. And here at the end, the F minus cell remains F minus only. It does not get converted to the F plus cell, because the complete transfer of the F plasmid or the fertility factor could not occur in this HFR conjugation. But why is this? So that it is called as a high frequency recombination. This is because this type of cells has a higher rate of recom has a have a higher rate has a higher rate of recombining with F minus bacteria than the F plus cells. Remember the concepts, na? So what I am saying, that these type of cells which are HFR cells, they have a higher rate of recombination with or mating with the F minus bacteria than F plus bacteria, which has a separate F factor and a separate donor bacteria. They have a lesser recombining frequency than these HFR cells. So since these have a higher rate of recombination with or conjugation with F minus bacteria, that's why this is called as high frequency recombinant conjugation. But but there is no importance of this, because it is not able to transfer the uh, F factor or the fertility factor to the female bacteria or F minus bacteria. So let's see the theory part now. I hope I was able to make you all understand this all. So see here, the F factor may integrate with the bacterial chromosome DNA and is called as episome. So what I showed there, that there was a green bacterial donor DNA plus red F plasmid DNA. They both integrated with each other and form the episome. Okay, this type of bacteria is called as HFR bacteria. Okay, and what is the mechanism? So mechanism is same, that HFR cell will conjugate with the F minus cell, and some part of the bacterial DNA along with little part of F factor gets transferred. But in midway what happens is that there is breakdown of that conjugation tube. The conjugation tube breaks down. Okay, the conjugation tube breaks down before the complete transfer of the genome. So what happens is that the F factor does not get transferred completely. But this is what I said there, na? The F factor does not get transferred completely. However, the chances of transfer of bacterial DNA to F minus cell is more as compared to F plus cell. That's why it is called as HFR, okay, cell. That's why it is called as the HFR cell, or high frequency of recombinant cells. And since the complete transfer of F factor does not occur to the F minus cell, so here the F minus cells rarely become F plus. See, I have written here, the F minus cell rarely become F plus. They usually remain F minus only. Okay, they do not become F plus. Okay, they rarely become F plus because the conjugation tubes conjugation tube breaks down before the complete transfer of the F factor to the female bacteria. Now, the third type of conjugation, that is the F prime conjugation. Now, you will not understand if I will not show you the diagram of F prime bacteria. So, what I mean by F prime is that, see here, there is integration of the bacterial DNA with the F factor to form this HFR cell. Now, what happens is that this plasmid starts separating from the bacterial DNA. This plasmid starts separating from this bacterial DNA in this manner. In this manner, okay. So what happens? It forms a plus F factor, but it forms a F factor, but it also contains the donor DNA in it. This green part is the donor DNA, although it has got the F factor DNA, but it also has this green part, which is the donor DNA, bacterial donor DNA. So it carries the bacterial donor DNA also. Hence, it is called as F prime bacteria. Now, when this F prime bacteria combines or makes a conjugation tube with a F minus bacteria, do not have any, which does not have any F factor or the fertility factor, then what happens? Through this conjugation tube, a copy of this plasmid, a copy of this F prime plasmid is transferred to this F minus bacteria. F minus bacteria. So what happens? See here, both of them become F prime. Both of them become F prime. This F prime was already there. This F prime was already there, but this F minus bacteria has become F prime because it has got a copy of the plasmid with the bacterial donor DNA in it also. So here the equation will be that when a HF, sorry, when a so here the equation will be that when a F prime bacteria combines with F minus bacteria, then what happens? Then what happens? It forms a F prime and F prime bacteria. It forms a F prime and F prime bacteria. Let's see the theory part of this now, as we all have understood this diagram very thoroughly. So see here, the F prime conjugation is that the F factor may become free again. So what I was saying there, that once it combines with the bacterial donor DNA, the F plasmid once combines with the bacterial donor DNA, then it is called as HFR cell. But after some time, it can become free again. Okay, it can become free again in HFR cell, and once it gets freed from the HFR cell, it also carries some of the genetic part of the bacterial donor DNA, and then it is called as the F prime factor. Then it is no more called as the F factor, it is called as F prime factor now. Okay, since it contains the bacterial DNA, it is called as F prime factor. Now what happens? The mechanism of F prime conjugation is that when F prime conjugation conjugates with F minus cell, then there is formation of a conjugation tube, and the F prime factor get transferred to the F minus cell. Okay, a copy of that F prime factor gets transferred to the F minus cell. As a result, the F minus cell also becomes F prime cell. Okay, F prime cell. So this is in other words also called as sextuction. So here the end result, as I told, that the F prime combines with F negative cell and forms F prime F prime cell. Okay, so this negative is transferred to F prime cell. Okay, so this is the F prime conjugation. I hope I was able to make you all understand this complex topic of conjugation. Let's see the significance of conjugation. So significance is that this is the very common and the important mode of transmission of antimicrobial resistance. In fact, this conjugation is the most common method of the genetic resistant antimicrobial resistance transfer among bacteria, except in the case of the Staphylococcus aureus, where the most common mode of transfer of the antimicrobial resistance is the transduction. So there it is transduction. In Streptococcus pneumoniae it is transformation. But if we leave these two bacteria, the Staphylococcus aureus and the Streptococcus pneumoniae, then in all other bacteria the most common mode of transfer of the antimicrobial resistance is the nothing but the conjugation. It is nothing but the conjugation only. So this is also used for the gene mapping, and it is important in increasing the genetic diversity. If you can mug it up, then mug it all this. But please remember that the most common method of the antimicrobial resistance transfer among bacteria is nothing but the conjugation only. Okay, it's the conjugation only. Now sometimes a MCQ is asked that what was the strain in which this conjugation first described. So that was the, in fact, what is the bacteria where the first conjugation was described by by the scientists? So that was the K12 strain of, that was the K12 strain of E. coli. Please remember this or write in the notes that the E. coli, the K12 strain of E. coli was the first bacteria where conjugation was first described. Okay, where the conjugation was first described. Also, please mention all those facts also, that the most common method of the antimicrobial resistance transfer, uh, antimicrobial resistance transfer among bacteria in Staphylococcus aureus is the transduction. In case of Streptococcus pneumoniae, it is transformation, while in rest other cases it is conjugation. Okay, so I was able to make you all understand this complex topic of the conjugation. So that's all for the conjugation.